Namaste, this is Maya Tiwari. Episode number 9, A Time to Claim Our Golden Wings. The time has come for entering a new world, the Golden Age, and we must prepare our golden wings to cross over. Directly ahead of us is a thin projectile of light opening into discs, one upon the other, shimmering with crystal clear effulgence. It bridges the present to the near future that promise a benign and blissful existence. To get there, we need no baggage, no visa, no passport, no toll, only a heart that is surrendered in light. Contrary to popular lore, this crossing will not be led by celebrated thought leaders, gurus, political, corporate, or religious zealots. It will be led by ordinary people whose sense of I-ness and Me-ness had been cremated in the arduous flow of living on Mother Earth. Those who carry the staff of love and vibrational energy will cross over. We're at the nascent of the light bridge. The work at hand is to gather the inner ritual for refining spirit into tranquility, poised as it were, so that we can generate more light, more energy to help others cross over. To be perfected as a light carrier, we must invest in our internal work. A light being is one whose physical body mass can become weightless at the moment of transcendence. True to the grace of Mother Nature, the process of transcending into the golden new age is benign. It is a beneficent and blissful passage. No one, including the culprits, is intended to be left behind. The only requisite, however, is a pure and light heart. The light of love is the only crossing visa we need. In the past few years, I often wondered about my lack of zeal to continue with the early morning fire rituals and intense Vedic ceremonies. My desire to perform the once loved activities waned considerably in the last few years. Apparently, the time for conducting fire rituals and ceremonial rites had ended. Ancestral ushers and angelic guides had already descended upon the earth, compelling the necessity for intensifying the internal puja, the inner working of heart, mind, and spirit that coalesce to generate calmness, peacefulness, and a sense of harmony for everything and everyone. I see now how the fierce and relentless onslaughts upon my own person, work, and home had been sent to induce internal fears, trepidation, doubts, angst, and bitterness, so that I can witness these emotions within myself. Once I understood that these emotions were contrived to make them appear as though they were my innate feelings, I was able to cast them out, not altogether, but still in the process of so doing. Indeed, every toxic projectile had all along belonged to those who sent them forth. Since 2012, I have been forced in preparation through intense fires. I did not recognize this perilous decade was my boot camp entrainment to be fit enough for traveling the light beam. It happened this way. In the summer of 2012, I was invited to Perth, Australia, to celebrate and present at the auspicious event when Venus was transiting across the sun. The magnificent city of light, which it is called, where the Aboriginal songlines live and connect prana back to the deep origins in cosmic history, which the Aboriginals believe to lie in South India. I was about to sit with the Venerable Bob Randall, the late great Aboriginal wisdom keeper. Light workers had gathered in ceremony to initiate our inner space so we may begin to create peace for all, and this was in the summer solstice of 2012. It was the 6th of June, actually, the date chosen by the shaman, as it marked the rare and sacred transit of Venus across the sun. We were there to set the seeds into fertile ground for fostering a new earth with peace and love. The astrological event, we believe, would magnify our purpose by 1,000-fold. This global ceremony was initiated by Credo Vasamatsulu Mutwa Sangoma. He is a high shaman from Africa. As we came together in song, music, and words, we began to weave a rainbow tapestry that was to be the vast shelter under which everyone can cross the light bridge into the golden age. According to the Hindu Vedic tradition, it is no accident that we are being held in stillness by coronavirus, in all of its realms, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Before this crossing, the pandemic can be viewed as a cosmic purgation. According to the rishis, the Vedic seers, the last cycle of life in the universe, which has now been completing its cyclical lifespan, lasted approximately 3,893,111 years. That is the age, supposedly, of the last cycle on Earth. Once this humongous birthing pain subsides, we are promised by the forecast of the rishis to have crossed over the light bridge. We will come into a new cyclical time brimming with mass consciousness. This auspicious moment in our Earth's cosmic history reminds us of our humanness, our humanity, our flaws, and our gifts. And it is a good fortune that we are being granted the space to bring love to the fore and to heal as a result. That is for the populations who will survive this crossing. The human psyche and anatomy are in the process of being rethreaded into the new rainbow weave so that we can enrobe consciousness within. The Shakti of Mother Earth will once again reign supreme. This time is long overdue to set a course towards the present that is worthy of humanity's purpose on this earth. We are at the focal point in universal time when the birth for individual sentiency and reformation of the collective consciousness is happening. We're literally being lifted up and transported into the golden age. This is a time when collective consciousness seeks to reign entirely. As we forge forward, we will find a deeper purpose filled with inspiration and authenticity, and hopefully the empowerment of all cultures, genders, ancestries, and the world without borders. We have manifested once more a time to serve the universal values of life, and that is called dharma, the good within each one of us, and the greater good for all. In this unified cycle of time, each one of us has a choice in the way we think, act, and function. A chance to develop a fullness of heart and perfect our own humanity so that we may move in harmony with each other, with the land, with the sky, with the river, with the forest, with the earth as a whole, and forge forward in the cosmic sway of new beginnings. The time is now to claim our golden wings. I want to leave us with a quote from a beautiful spirit and my friend, the Dalai Lama, who often calls me Mother Maya, Buddha's mother. We must, and I'm quoting the Dalai Lama, we must also remember that nobody is free of suffering and extend our hands to others who lack homes, resources, or family to protect them. This crisis shows us that we are not separate from one another, even when we are living apart. Therefore, we all have a responsibility to exercise compassion and help. As a Buddhist, I believe in the principle of impermanence. Eventually, this virus will pass, as I have seen wars and other terrible threats pass in my lifetime. And we will have the opportunity to rebuild our global community as we have done many times before. I sincerely hope that everyone can stay safe and stay calm. At this time of uncertainty, it is important that we do not lose hope and confidence in the constructive efforts so many are making. The Dalai Lama. Peace be your journey. And thank you